Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Wahawah Kakadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of great millstone, many blessings and salutations unto the hopeful elected house of David, the Bayaf that would die for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. Shalom to the elect. And as I start off each lesson, giving the salutations and things of that nature, I also follow up with remaining steadfast and hopeful that I and many others like myself, who are striving to see this society turn right side up from the fucking chaos that we're living in right now. This is no way to live. This will never be a way to live, and it will be destroyed soon hereafter. And those who oppose our message have to get in line because, criticism is going to be long and wide, and that's cool because we have many criticisms towards them as well. And their so-called society, which is a joke of a society. This place is fucking late. Excuse my language. I sometimes I have to work on that. Let me just work on that right now while I'm on the stream. This place is so out of course that, like, even the vibration, even when you drink water, it's uneasy. Well, what if there's something in here? What if this is in here? What, you eat some food. Oh, I don't know what's in here, and if the Lord doesn't shorten his time, man, like the scripture says, there's no way, all flesh will be destroyed. And, you got these different camps, and fuck it, I'm gonna just name some, right? Because obviously I came up under GMS, and that's who I learned from, and I continue to still learn from and still watch. I don't watch these other camps. They're not talking about what we're seeing on the screen right here, right? I don't see any of these guys talking about any of these things. I see them talking about this and that. I see them talking about, oh, well, we got to be more, you got to be more brotherly. Okay, yes, you do. You got to be more brotherly. You have to be circumspect. You gotta be a decent human being. Follow the law, statutes, commandments, but also Negroes, right? Those who oppose this message right here, as you can see on the screen, you have to talk about this. Or if you don't, you're doing a disservice to your own community. You're doing a disservice to yourself and everyone that listens to you. And you probably don't care because your bank account is probably padded at this point. One Body, ISUPK, IUIC, even at this point, Sakari, right? They weren't always like this, but I mean, at this point, it's undeniable, right? Like, there's no way these ain't the same guys I used to speak to, right? Back in 2016, 2017, those ain't the same guys I spoke to. Those guys were a lot more humble. Yeah, I didn't know about the circumstances of them getting kicked out of GMS, but it's been explained on Wax, so you go look it up for yourself. This video is not about this. It's just kind of a rant, right? Kind of bear with me. I'm going to finish up because we're going to get straight to this. This is the most important thing, and this is why I'm talking. And that's why I'm having this rant, because One Body, ISUPK, IUIC, Sakari, listen. Every camp has their faults, right? Every camp has their faults. Even in GMS, I'm sure there's guys that's in GMS right now that are pondering their exit. You know what I'm saying? Looking for a way out. You know what I mean? As this thing starts to tighten up. And I always tell brothers who are around me, like, look, you got to consider these things. You have to consider, the persecution. I know it sounds good to say, but really, you got to consider it. You got to consider what form it may come, right? And you got to be okay with that. If it's from the spirit, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Because trust me when I tell you, the persecution that's going to come, all right, they already got politicians that are pushing, all right, to absolutely abscond with so-called free speech, which there ain't no such thing as free speech, right? There's consequences for everything you say, right? And they're looking to try to put it on wax, right? They're looking to make this thing, a reality. But these other camps don't say nothing. You're doing your congregation a disservice. This is Revelation 13 and 15. I'm going to start at 14. It says, and deceiveth them all, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, who is the beast? It's the Roman Empire, right? This is the second leg of the Roman Empire, right? Okay, continuing. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which is the Roman Empire, right? It says, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So, when the Roman Empire fell, okay, and Jake, all right, continued it under, they call it the Holy Roman Empire, but it led into the so-called Dark Ages, right? Where the Western Roman Empire was destroyed and taken down, all right? How much more now? It said it was wounded by the sword and did live. So we know that the Roman Empire fell for a time. But when you go to Daniel, right? Let's get that real quick. When you go to Daniel, it tells you that this kingdom was going to bounce back. Okay? Okay? This is Daniel 2 and 40. Daniel 2 and 40, it says, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise, right? So when they went and conquered, all right, they came back, all right, talking about these Edomites. The Romans, all right, fought the Grecians, or the Grecians, right? The Romans fought the Grecians, all right, overtook them, which was prophesied unto the Grecians, but they didn't believe, but whatever. That's neither here nor there, right? The Romans came into power, and that's the power, that's the beast that is referenced in Revelation. Because America, you got to tie all this together, because I'm thinking about Genesis. I'm going back to Genesis 27. All right. All these things tie together, man. So the fourth kingdom, all right, which would be the last kingdom before Yahushua gets here. We can read about it. Well, guess what? That kingdom's intact right now, but it was wounded by a sword, which was the Israelites, okay, coming in, okay, pulling them out of power and then taking over for about 1100 year period, which was known as the Dark Ages, right? And then when the Renaissance came in, man, we gonna get the precepts. Let's just get it. Let's get it. This is Daniel 2 and 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, all right, it says, shall they be broken in pieces and bruised. Breaking pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there be in it of the strength of iron, which is the military. Okay, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. So what does that mean? Well, that means those who are in power right now, who's the whore that rides the beast is America. America is the whore that rides the beast in Revelation. But the beast is the second leg of the Roman Empire reincarnated. It came back after the Renaissance, right? What the hell does Renaissance mean, by the way? But anyway, that's beside the point. They don't want to answer that, talking about the Christians. Verse 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And that brings us into modern day 2024. There is infighting amongst those other nations, but it's not particularly why in a lot of cases some Israelites think, right? They're really infighting because they're looking to see who's going to sit at the head of the table as this chip is being implemented, which brings me into the lesson we're bringing right now, right? Or we're talking about. It's just that America wants to sit at the head table. They can't. Everybody else despises them. They know this, but they use their military as an iron fist, as the scripture says right here, right? Verse 44, it says, and in the days of the kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom. Now, look, this right here is letting you know that Yahushua is going to be the one that's going to come back and regulate everything on the earth, and is going to take Babylon, America, out of power for good. The Lord's going to use other nations, but Yahushua is going to finish them off and destroy them as well. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So notice how after the fourth kingdom, verse 44 comes in, and it lets you know that Babylon the Great, okay, is going to be that last kingdom. Now, it doesn't say Babylon, but if you know your scriptures, if you understand history and know the breakdowns, you'll understand the fourth kingdom is linked all over the Bible to Esau, Edom in the last times. Because remember, Genesis 27, the Lord said that Esau would rule the entire earth. Matter of fact, let's get it. Daniel 2 and 44 again, it says, in the days and in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that the stone, which is Yahushua, was cut out of a mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, and the silver and the gold, the great Most High power have made known to the king, have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. This thing has been, this has been the plan all along. Esau, now knowing this plan, is trying to actively fight against it. He's going to lose. Don't worry about that. He's going to lose. But there will be persecution as he's losing, right? That's what Revelation 12 and 12 goes into. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau. Now, this is the link between the fourth kingdom, right? Which is the beast, right? Currently, when we went to Revelation, this is the link in Genesis between the fourth kingdom in Daniel, all right, and Genesis, right? This is Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith the father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father at hand, and then will I slay my brother Jacob. Which brings us to today. Another little young Jake, an Air Forceman. We told you, Jakes, about going in that military. A lot of you that's here within earshot of what I'm saying, you're in the military, get the hell out while you still can, because you about to fight something of a power that you ain't never seen before, and you ain't gonna come out alive. I'm just keeping it real with you. All right, this is Genesis 27 and 37. It says, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made thy Lord, all right, I have made him thy Lord. That's what Esau is really trying to stop. He wants to stop the future from happening, but he can't. It says, and all his brethren have I given unto him for service. He's going into slavery, y'all. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. Esau is trying to chip the entire effing planet because he wants to avoid going into slavery. Because he knows once he's in slavery and them chains is click, clank, that's it. Ain't nobody gonna hear from Esau ever. Esau ain't gonna never have another effing thing to say, lest he be melted right on the spot. This is Genesis 27 and 37. It says, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord. Talking about Jacob. And his brethren have I given unto him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. All right. Even when you putting hell on him, he's still going to sustain Jacob, which he has. Right. It says, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? Right. He's like, look, I already gave him the blessing. It's done. Esau, being in typical so-called white person vibes, right? They're gonna fucking bitch and cry until they get their way, and then they're gonna call you an authoritarian. You Edomites are funny, man. You're hilarious. You send characters like Vocab Alone or James White the Edomite or all these other guys, you send them and then they disappear for a moment and they come back on the scene. These guys are agents. Then you pay off these camps, right? Like ISUPK, where the hell they at, right? And camps are not the problem because hell, I'm in a camp right now. I'm just not in a big camp. But listen, right? ISUPK, IUIC, Sakari, I feel like, took in a bag. Why else would they be teaching the bullshit they teaching? With no rebuttal, right? Anyway, it says, verse 38, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, O my father? It says, bless me, even me, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept, because that's what so-called white people do, right? When they can't get their way, they turn on the waterworks. And I ain't just talking about the women neither. Okay? Verse 39. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. Now, that's a key statement because that links right into the fourth kingdom. They're going to break in pieces, okay, and subdue all the other nations. Which that's what they did. But let's continue reading because Genesis tells you, and they try to tell us prophecy is not important. You assholes, this was a prophecy. Anyway, this verse 40, and by thy sword thou shalt live. Now, didn't it say in Daniel that he would go through and he would break in pieces all the other nations? He would be as iron to the other nations? Is that not what he did? Okay. Anyway, it says, and by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Come on, man. Yahushua is very plain here. It's very, very plain. Yahweh is very plain here. But why am I bringing all this up? Well, because, see, it always going to come back to this, as you can see on the screen right here. All of this is all linked together. It's all linked together. The biometrics, the beast, the philosophy, the destruction of the nuclear family, the destruction of the minds and the spirit of women and men, the destruction of the food, the destruction of the planet. You're doing all these things. There must be a course correction, and it will happen in the form of Yahushua. So I said all that to say Esau is the devil. See, because you see there's an argument right now, and there's always been this argument, but there's a new argument, which ain't new, where the so-called white man ain't Esau. We're back to fucking square one again. These guys have no lives. They follow us around every fucking where. They get on the comment board. They talk shit. And then when you give them some pushback, oh, you brothers, you're not being brotherly. Shut the hell up. Okay, let's get into it, man. I'm going to read this article and then I'm going to go back to the scriptures, man. But understand, see, Esau wants to lock this society down. And he's going to use this little thing right here we finna talk about to do it. This is in our blacklisted news. It says palm payment systems linked to IDS are being rolled out in retail outlets in U.S. and the UAE. So people say, well, you guys are fear mongers. I didn't see anything about no chip. That's a spiritual mark. Let's read about it. It says new deployments, technologies, and markets are driving the implementation of biometric payment system. Well, let's read about a payment system in Revelation where everybody's going to be a part of that system. And if you're not a part of that system, you won't be able to buy or sell. I want to hear Sons of Thunder. I want to hear IUIC. I want to hear ISUPK break this down, but they're not going to because they're not faith. They're not good faith. They don't have any faith, first of all. But their arguments are going to be all straw men. They're going to take everything that the elders and apostles way out of context, and then they're going to create some fantastical fucking worldview with what the prophets were really saying. And then they're going to go from there and they're going to say, and then they're going to not even give you the courtesy of giving you the answer that you're looking for the reason why you even came to that video. Like my man Naquam up there in Baltimore, which I'm close by now. I'm in Delaware right now. But my man Naquam, right? WFI or Wi-Fi as the elders and apostles affectionately named them as. They'll do a 5-hour fucking live, a 5-hour live, a 6 to 7 hour live, making all your arguments for you, then intentionally, straw manning them, right? Which straw man just means, like you're intentionally taking this out of what's the word? You're intentionally taking it out of context. You're intentionally doing that while knowing the truth, because we have the video. Nathaniel, we got the video. It's on my channel now. You broke down Yahweh correctly and Yahweh Shai. So what happened? Anyway, it says, Revelation 13 and 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which is the Roman Empire. It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. That is a great, does that even really need to be broken down? No. The Roman Empire is the beast, right? Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Sort of like right here. Right? So yeah, you got to get that mark. And then what? Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell. Let me repeat that again. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, which is the Roman Empire, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, which is the Roman Empire, for it is the number of a man, which is the Edomites, the so-called white man, going back to Genesis. Okay, and his number is Chi Stigma. 666. While I'm on the topic, listen, for you ladies, the ladies that are hypergamist, right? And you are hypergamous in nature because that's your nature. But you need to understand when you're looking for 6 feet, it just, I don't know. This is weird. Like women, you have church bitches that be talking about, I want a man that's 6 feet tall. He makes 6 figures and, and blase, 666. But that bitch go to church every week. But anyway, let's go back to the article. Because this system is being set up as a way to lock everybody in, and those who don't talk about this, you are not only you're a false prophet, but you're a disgrace unto the Israelites. Period. You're a disgrace. All those people, understand, all those people that you're actively lying to. I'm talking about these other camps. All these other people that you're actively lying to by admittance, right? By not talking about this, you're lying to them. All right. JP Morgan payments to deploy Palm Biometrics for F1 Miami. Formula One racing is the latest sport to embrace biometric payments on what looks like a long-term basis. Sounds like a system is getting ready to be implemented. It says a release from the Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix 2024 says the event is expanding its relationship with JP Morgan Payments to enable customers to buy merchandise at retail outlets using palm biometrics or facial recognition. The biometrics payment system will be deployed both in stores on the Miami International Autodrome campus and for online purchases. South Florida Motorsports SFM, which organizes the Grand Prix, says the intention is to improve the retail experience for fans by reducing friction and time needed to make purchases. In a 2023 pilot that led to the expanded deployment, the first use of the biometric payments at an F1 event, 100% of transactions were authenticated and processed each in under a second. Well, I mean, they're not even lying to you. I mean, they are lying to you, but they're doing a minimalist effort to cover it up. I don't think they care at this point. Okay. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief." This day is coming, y'all. This biometric payments, this is coming. Really, in a lot of cases, already here. Right? It says JP Morgan payment system. I want to hear Sons of Thunder and ISUBK and IUIC. I want to hear what they got to say about an article like, "Oh, you guys are reading articles. That's not of the spirit." Okay, well, all right. I'm gonna shut up now. It says JP Morgan payment system leverages a familiar one-time mobile biometric enrollment process in which users can register their palm, right hand or forehead, right, or facial scan, which is then matched at point of purchase, either at the on-scale shop or via a newly launched e-commerce retail store. It says Takis, Georgia Kapolopoulos, whatever. It says global head of JP Morgan Payments says the company's biometric tools will demonstrate how a modern unified payment system can help businesses grow by reimagining their entire retail experience. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So they come in with this gadget and they looking to lock this entire earth down. And it's going to get to a point where they're not going to even try to sell it to you anymore. It's going to be all forced, or you can eat the bullet figuratively and literally in some cases. This is Revelation 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth but he have but a short time." Knowing he has a short time, he got to get this thing cracking. He has a plan in place, but he needs to get moving, and we're encouraging him to get moving. You're tripping. Esau, you're behind schedule here. Okay? It's time for you to lock this shit down. Come with your chip, okay? Start with your persecutions, all right, so that Yahushua can whoop your ass. All right, this is Revelation 6:4. "And there went out another horse that was red," as a clue. The Lord loves giving clues, but are you paying attention? It says, "And power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." Man, that sounds familiar. I don't know where I heard that from. Where did I hear that from? A sword was given unto him. Huh? What? This is Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword, you got to have the spirit. Lord willing, I have it. Lord willing, those of you that are listening have it. And because hope, that makes us the hopeful elect, but that doesn't mean we are the elect. We just hope that the Lord, has favor on us, right? And hopefully he's going to have favor on the elect, period. Right? Genesis 27:40, it says, And by thy sword shalt thou live. That's how you tie it all together. Hell, we can go to 2 Thessalonians if you want to go any further. But Esau has a game plan, and he wants to execute this plan. He wants to stay in power while it's happening. Right? He calls it the New World Order. Revelation 6:4, And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. All right. And there was given unto him a great sword. So it was very prophetic in Genesis 27, all the way to the point of Revelation now. The prophecies are undefeated, and they're going to continue to be undefeated until all of them have been accomplished through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai. These people, they want to stop what's coming, but they can't. Back in the article, it says Tyler Epp, president of Formula One Crypto.com, Miami Grand Prix, says the Biometrics payment system is in tune with the sport's commitment to cutting edge technology. It says the expansion of biometric-based payments within our retail stores at the Miami International Autodrome is a great example of the innovative technology that the sport of Formula One is renowned for, which we want to be reflected across our campus. All right, it says new Palm Payments terminal houses Qualcomm chip in telco hardware. Biometric payments options for retail purchases continue to be an area of interest for big names across the tech sector. A release from Qualcomm has partnered with the Chinese smart terminal provider Telpo to launch a new palm payment device, the Telpo P105. The terminal's biometric processing capabilities are powered by the Qualcomm QCM 6125 system on a chip. Its hardware includes 5.5-inch multi-touch display, RGB plus dual camera lenses, palm liveness detection, field light, and range of interfaces. Y'all gonna get hit with that grievous sword. That's what y'all gonna get hit with, man. All right. Telpo says the biometric payment machines will simplify payment processes to reduce transaction times. Peace and safety, y'all. It says leading to shorter lines and a more streamlined shopping experience. Cost of course is a factor, and Telpo says that P105's interface requires minimal training and can replace human workers to reduce labor expenses. See, this is getting good. This is getting real good. Now, not only is this prophecy involving the chip, okay, but it's involving people not working. Let's get it. Let's get it. He's bringing hell to the entire earth because if people can't eat, if the people can't work, then how they gonna eat? Well, the Georgia Guidestones. That's all I got to say. Look up the Georgia Guidestones. All right. Isaiah 24:5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. People are losing their minds. They're like, man, what the hell? There ain't no work. Inflation going up. What are we going to do? Man, what the Lord say, it's going to be all out hell breaking loose real soon. This is Isaiah 19:14. It says, the Lord Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they that have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit, right? So this is Egypt, all right? This is spiritual Egypt staggering in his own vomit, okay? Verse 15 is the point. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And when that day happens, what do you think is what do you think will be the response to this? What do you think will be the reaction to this? Well, let's read about it. Verse 16, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women. And how are women perceived? Unsure of themselves, not knowing what they don't even know what the fuck they gonna eat, let alone lead you anywhere, right? But that's what the Lord likened them unto. He likened Egypt, which is America today, unto women. And in some cases, a lot of them changing into women. We'll leave from that. Anyway, verse 16, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women. And it shall be afraid and fear because of the shock, but because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, which he shaketh over it. So, ain't gonna be no work. But if ain't no work, how you gonna eat? Well, Esau's counting on you not eating. He's counting on that. And that's why we tell you Israelites that have the platform, all right, to use it wisely, or it's gonna get you destroyed because your works are all right there. And the Lord already knows your intent. There ain't no hiding. So, just do the right thing. But, hey, listen, to each his own, because false prophets are written in the story too. Ecclesiastes 12:1, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. See, you got to remember these evil days are coming upon us. We got to remember the Lord before they get here. Doing lessons like this, going to highways and hedges, is a good way of doing that. Is it by far the perfect way and you're guaranteed? No, nobody's guaranteed anything. Only Yahweh Shai and Yahweh are guaranteed of anything. Everyone else, you gotta, hey, look, it's through the Spirit. Okay? Yahweh Shai already walked the earth. He did his thing. He's back waiting for everybody else who's of that number to do their thing, right? Which is the righteousness. Verse 2, it says, while the sun or light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease, because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up as the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And these people, they mean business, because it's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah. These people mean business, and they want to lock this earth down. I'm talking about the so-called elite, right? They coming with their look. They ain't missing no words. They want this thing set up, and they want to set up ASAP, going back pursuant to Revelation 12:12. Back in the article, it says the United Arab Emirates is also getting its first contactless palm recognition service in patent technology from PayBuy, a fintech subsidiary, right? Okay, subsidiary of the major customer technology holding group Astra Tech, which, if you don't know who Astra Tech is, well, there's a little name called AstraZeneca. And remember, they was in the V to the A to the X hardcore. So Astra Tech, all right, I would not be surprised, is also affiliated with AstraZeneca. But anyway, it says a press release includes standard issue digital ID promises of increased efficiency and security in payments. What makes the contactless biometric system unique is the magic of its scanning mechanism, which enables customers to effortlessly hover their palm over a device to make payments. Interesting. Designed for easy integration into existing POS systems, the service promises biometric palm authentication that is 1,300 times more secure than facial recognition methods. The UAE is now home to a first of its kind technology that simplifies and secures how our customers interact with the world around them, says AstraTech's founder Abdullah Abu Sheikh in comments from the recent Dubai FinTech Summit. Palm Pay exemplifies our drive to bring revolutionary technologies to the region, and as the sole provider of this technology, we are proud to set new standards in the fintech sector and contribute to the UAE's reputation as a global technology hub. Both all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, will receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That means that I don't give a damn if you a bum on the street, all the way to the CEO of a top 500 Fortune 500 company. They will all be chipped. So that concludes this lesson. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai, Ba'ashem Al Harakakadash, Shalom to the elect.